Thank you. Hello, my name is Paul Makatuk, and I'm the proud band director of Rancho Verde Crimson Regiment for the last 17 years. I want to welcome you all to our event today. I only ask the students to be respectful, as today is a very important day in our Rancho Verde band history. Before I begin, I must make some acknowledgements to everyone who has come together to make a day like this happen. I would like to thank the Valverde Unified School District school board members in attendance. I would also like to thank our superintendent, Mr. Michael McCormick, who's on stage. I would like to thank our district coordinators and directors, our Valverde administrators and Rancho Verde High School administrators, our M&O department, our custodial staff, and especially Mr. Assistant Principal Maurice Sievers for making this school just look wonderful today. I would like to also thank the Mayor of Paris, Mr. Michael Vargas, for attending our event today. Thank you much, sir. I would also like to thank the Rancho Verde band staff, especially our assistant band director, Francisco Rojas. And I'd be sleeping on the couch tonight if I forgot to thank the Valverde Unified Vapa Tosa, who keeps me on the right track in all aspects of life, the love of my life, Miss Allison Huntsman. What is the Rancho Verde Crimson Regiment? Some of you in the room only know us as a pet band at football games or other sporting events. The Rancho Verde Crimson Regiment is the largest student organization on our campus. Our band members have been a part of every club and every varsity athletics team on campus. We have a 100% graduation rate with at least one valedictorian for in every class for the last decade. We're also one of the most inclusive organizations on campus in all walks of life. We have a very large LGBTQ community. We have 2 deaf students in the color guard. We are one of the few high schools who attends every home and away football game on our Friday night to support our wonderful football team and Coach Duffy. For you guys, it's always a great day to be a Mustang. Yeah. All right. Yes. Something else about these kids. The students rehearse and perform 700 plus hours in the fall semester alone. To put that in perspective, if you add up all the class hours in the fall semester, that's 540 hours. So the kids will go to school every day, 540 hours. After school, they put in 700 plus hours for your community. Okay. The band room is the first place kids go in the morning. It is where they go for lunch. It's the last place they see before going home to their other home. It's the first place they see when they are freshmen walking into band camp, and the last place they end up on graduation day. We are more than we are more than just music and competition. We really are a family. We fight with each other. Chairs get thrown sometimes. Trash cans go flying. Yes, okay. We work with each other, but we have a simple saying in our group, and we will never let our friends fail. So we look at each other across the field and make sure that your friend next to you will not fail. And that's something that I am very proud of our kids. As I look out today on my band sitting in front of me, I see hope. I see the future of my community. I see the future of our country. I know, looking at you, that our future is bright because you're leading the way. We're here to celebrate the Rose Parade. I personally marched the Rose Parade in 1999 with the UCLA Marching Band. We were supposed to play in the national championship. We actually had a good football team that year. We actually really did. It really happened. And we were supposed to play in the national game, and then there was a hurricane in Miami, and they rescheduled our game to December, and we lost. I think I was the only Bruin happy that we lost that day. Because if we lost, we had to go to the Rose Parade. And I was super excited about that. I was like, we're going to the Rose Parade. It's okay. It's the dream of my life. So that January 1st, 1999 was the last day I ever wore a band uniform. I put it on at 3 a.m. and didn't take it off until I got home after the football game. It was a dream of mine to march down Colorado Boulevard. Getting emotional. I'm the crier of the family, I'm sorry about that. Like, if you guys go to banquet, I cry the entire time, it's really bad. Breathe, okay, so. Yeah, that day still means a lot to me. I remember the crisp cold air in the morning. I remember the smell of the roses. There's nothing like the morning at the Rose Parade when the smell of the roses hit you. It is amazing. And the excitement of everyone there and how nice everyone in a white coat is that day to make sure that you have the greatest experience of your life. As a band director, I have to say to my students, this is sweeter for me as a band director to take you to the Rose Parade than me doing it myself. It took me 21 years, but we're here, and my dreams came true. So, how did we get in? Well, we had to submit a video. So, we're going to show a video. Hello, my name is Hongla Katuk, and I'm the band director here at Rancho Verde High School. I've been in this position for the last 15 years, and I've seen this band grow from its humble beginnings and just a dream to the powerhouse band that we are today. The band is perennial WBA Grand Championship finalist, as well as the current 2017 World Association of Marching Show Bands WAMSB World Champion. What makes our band truly special is we are a family. We currently have 22 siblings and cousins in band. Generations of families have been members of the Crimson Regiment, with the longest streak being 17 years right now. Rancho Verde High School is located in the city of Moreno Valley, California, which is 16 miles east of Pasadena. The school is nestled next to Lake Paris, which will be a 2028 Olympic venue and adjacent to the March Air Force Base. The band has a strong connection to the military, with 25 current military families in this band, as well as many alumni currently serving in all the armed forces. They always tell me band camp was harder than boot camp, and that their band training prepared them for their new military life. In 2020, the Rancho Verde Crimson Regiment will be celebrating its 25th anniversary as a band. It would be a highlight of our year to represent all of Southern California marching down Colorado Boulevard.
Won't you take me with you?
Rose Parade is a very big dream for myself as a band director. I dream that my students will have the opportunity of marching down Colorado Boulevard. It's every band member's dream to do so. It's our Carnegie Hall. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for these kids, and they would cherish it forever. Thank you for your consideration. So, there's a little secret about that video. At the beginning, you see my face. I was wearing shorts that day. It was summer, and everyone thinks Mr. Cabral did it first. It was me. I wore shorts and a suit first, so I wish Mr. Cabral was here. All right, I'd like to introduce our school principal, Dr. Cheryl McCary, and I'd like to ask her a question. What does hope mean to our school?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this very special event. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Crimson Regiment on being selected to perform at the 2020 Rose Parade. I couldn't be more proud of you all. Mr. Hawtuk asked me to speak this morning about hope in our school. Being part of the Rose Parade with the theme of the power of hope is fitting because when I hear the word hope, I think of our students here at Rancho Verde. I think of how they enter our doors as freshmen, wide-eyed and excited to start high school, hopeful of all that they are about to experience, and 4 years later leaves us to enter a world full of opportunities and possibilities. I'm gonna pause. All right. So as I was saying, they leave us 4 years later to enter a world full of opportunities and possibilities. I think of some of the struggles and obstacles our young people have to overcome and how they demonstrate hope, that resiliency to get through the hard times and still maintain the heart and desire to achieve their dreams. We are a school community who takes great responsibility in instilling hope in our young people, to provide opportunities for students to be successful, to open doors that have never been opened. Time and time again, I have seen the young people of this school aspire and achieve greatness, overcoming struggles and obstacles along the way. It makes me proud to serve such a group of amazing young people with so much grit. I look out at your faces and know that each of you are the hope that I feel for our future. You are our future leaders, and my desire for each of you here is that you continue to dream big, set high goals, and never give up. Keep hope close to you, and know that whatever you dream or aspire to be can be a reality. Once again, I'd like to congratulate the Crimson Regiment. I'm so proud of you and this amazing honor to perform at the 2020 Rose Parade.
I would like to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Michael McCormick. And I ask him, what does hope mean to our community and our school district?
Well, good morning, everybody. It is truly one of the great honors of my professional career to stand before you today. And I'm just letting this soak in. You know, the idea that a school district from Paris, California, with a band that's 350 members strong, could be marching in the 2020 Rose Parade. To me, that is significant. And I'm reminded that when you set a goal for yourself and you show persistence and tenacity and you stay with the goal, that anything is possible. I'm also reminded that, you know, this is a team. And team is not just a word, it's an acronym. Together, everyone accomplishes more. And when you have the passion and the heart for it, you can do wonderful things. But I'm also reminded of the power of one. I've been hanging around Rancho Verde since 1999 in some way or another. I was principal of this school, and now I'm fortunate to serve the community as superintendent. But I gotta tell you, I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Rancho Verde High School. I've seen this school do wonderful things. And it's not just the school, it's the students and the staff and the teachers and the administrators here that make this such a special place. So I'm proud to stand before you today. And the theme of this year's Rose Parade is hope. And one of the passions that I know I share with my Board of Education and other leaders in the district is that our students, not only from Rancho Verde High School, but from Val Verde Unified School District, will leave our system and be able to compete with students from all around the world for the best careers that lie ahead. And so I'm hopeful for the students as they think about their college aspirations, that they'll be able to fulfill those. They'll be able to get the kind of jobs that they're passionate for and make a difference working on the teams that they choose to work on as they get older and move through life. And so I stand before you hopeful today. You know, you watch the news, and students, I don't need to tell you this. You know, there's always this fear. What is the future going to be like? Is the next generation of young people going to be able to lead this country and solve our greatest challenges? I can tell you personally, I have no concern. I am so hopeful. I'm hopeful that it's your generation of young people that will solve some of the world's most challenging troubles that we face. Homelessness, climate change, cures for things, that you will make this world a better place. I was just in Houston, Texas yesterday, less than 24 hours, talking with students from a couple of school districts in Texas, around the Houston area. And I see the same thing there that I see in students here. In fact, when I've been to China and Israel, I see the same thing from students in those countries that I see right here in Paris, California. I see students that are hopeful and passionate about their contributions that will make this world a better place. And so I stand before you today extremely proud of your accomplishment as a band and all the hard work and dedication that you've put into this, because I'm guessing that in that 700 hours of practice in the first semester, you probably got invited to go to a party or go to the movies or do something else. And at some point you had to say, you know, no, I can't do that. That's got to be on hold. I need to press pause on that because I need to be with my team. I need to be dedicated because I know that there's something that's a greater good that lies in the future for me. And so I honor your sacrifice. It means something. And today and in the coming months, you get the payoff for that sacrifice and all that hard work and dedication. And so I applaud you. I'm proud to stand before you today as a superintendent and am so hopeful for the future that you have. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Ms. McCormick. We have what does the hope mean for our kids? And we made a video, so let's see how they look.
My mom and my basketball coaches because they strive me to do better and aim higher.
My older brother, Philip, inspires me because without him, I would have never pursued music or the marching arts.
Definitely my parents, because they obviously had to deal with me. And if that isn't inspirational enough, then I don't know what is.
My sister Sophia inspires me and gives me hope because she really shows that she believes in me, and that really just motivates me to always be the best that I can be.
My mom inspires me and gives me hope because no matter how far away she is, she still manages to tell me that I can pull.
My mom and my sister both inspire me because on the days where I feel like everything's going wrong and I just want to give up, they continue to tell me that I have the potential to make it through.
Hope means to look forward to the next day, even if you feel like you don't have something to look forward to.
To me, hope just means never giving up because you always believe that you will be able to succeed in the end.
To me, hope is the light at the end of the tunnel dimming, but it never dies.
Hope means to me knowing and believing that there is a better chance out there for you. Hope means to me is something that I can hold on to or believe in when things get rough.
To our band, hope is looking around us on the field and knowing that we're all here for the same reason. We're passionate for the same thing. And really, I feel like what powers our community is the hope that we have in each other. Because sometimes it's hard to always believe in yourself, and it's just that hope that someone else shows that they have in you that really motivates you and reminds you that this is possible for you.
In the community. It powers our band because I feel that when I hear the word hope, it pushes me to do better and give 110%.
Hope empowers our band because though the inevitable obstacles may come our way, we always keep our eyes on the end goal. Hope empowers our community and our school because they push us every single day to be the best versions of ourselves.
Band empowers our community because it gives us a sense of unity. And if we don't have that, then what is there to have a community for?
Hope to our band is having constant motivation even when the days get tough. We just never give up.
Hope is something that unites us and brings us together and allows us to work towards something with passion and motivation. It forces us to never give up.
I love being a part of the Crimson Regiment because I have a family outside of my home. A family that I can look forward to every day, that I know will always appreciate me at the end of the day.
I like being a part of the Crimson Regiment because it's a different family outside of our own family, and it's just a different community overall. Meeting the new people, it's always a good experience. I really love being a part of the Crimson Regiment because it's an amazing and inexplicable feeling to know that you're a part of something bigger than yourself, and that even though you're just one person, when all of you are in this together, you're really achieving something that's just so much greater than you.
I really love being a part of the Crimson Regiment because you always have people to lean on And like whenever your days are going bad, you can always go and talk to one another, and everyone's just there for each other, and we're all just one big happy family.
I like being a part of the Crimson Regiment because it's like a different family and make you feel at home. I love being in the Crimson Regiment because when I set foot on that field, all my problems go away and nothing else matters but that rep.
I love being part of the Christmas Regiment because everyone around me makes me feel like I'm at home, and they all make me just feel so good, and we're all just good friends all around.
Are you ready?
Oh, is it going?
Yeah, it's going.
Oh, okay. So,
Who inspires you and gives you hope? I'm sorry. I look good?
You look good.
Is it going?
You look good. You look good.
Is it going?
Yes, Fiore.
Okay, tell me to go.
All right, go.
Oh.
It is my honor to introduce one of the most amazing people I have ever met. Mrs. Farber has the distinct honor of being the first Latina president of the Tournament of Roses, and only one of 3 women in the 130-year history. Ms. Farber has been a volunteer member of the Tournament of Roses Association since 1993 and was elected to the executive board in 2012. Throughout her extensive tournament career, Farber has served and chaired various committees, including the Decorating Palace Formation Area, Judging, and Membership Development. Professionally, Ms. Farber is a partner in the Pasadena law firm Hahn & Hahn, where she practices civil litigation with an emphasis on employment disputes. Born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Ms. Farber's native language is Spanish. She earned her bachelor's degree cum laude with the departmental honors in 1987 from the greatest university in the world, UCLA. And her Juris Doctorate, where she met her love of her life, Mr. Thomas Lopez, at Georgetown University. Ms. Farber and Mr. Lopez reside in South Pasadena with their 2 children, Christopher and Jessica. Her hobbies include music, the greatest sport in the world, tennis, and reading. So, I'd like to introduce Ms. Laura Farber.
We hesitated because I know we're going to do a little bit of Q&A, and so I'm so thrilled to be here. Tomas and I are so thrilled to be here with you. This is very special. There were over 100 applications to march in this parade. And we have some bands that are in every year, so essentially, there's 5 of those. There were 16 chosen, including bands from all over the world. And the Rancho Verde Crimson Regiment is one of those 16. Do you realize how huge that is? And the reason you were chosen is because you are amazingly talented, you are musically gifted, you are amazing to watch, you're passionate about what you do, but most importantly, it's your story. Your story is powerful. You come from the most lovely, diverse, beautiful community that represents so much of our world. You come together and you do this for the love of music, for the love of your school, and for the love of team, of group, and it comes through. You are so skilled, so talented, so passionate, and we knew when we saw that video, there was no way that we were not going to extend this invitation to you. You are special beyond words, and It's something that everyone should experience. This will be your opportunity to share what you do so beautifully with the entire world. There will be 800,000 people lined up on that parade route, 5.5 miles. Tubas, you gotta be ready for that, because that's a long walk. But every step along that path, there will be people cheering you on, people excited to see you. And it will be the most incredible memory of your life, I know it. Your band director had that experience, and you have to go through it to understand what this is about. You will also perform at Band Fest on December 29th at Pasadena City College. You'll do a show with all of the other bands that are going to be in the parade. So you will be on the same stage as all of these other bands, and you'll get a chance to meet students from all over the world. They will all get to exchange ideas and chat with you about your commonality, which is the universal language of music. You will enjoy that tremendously. And I'm expecting all of you, everyone in this place, you don't have to hop on an airplane to come out. It's easy to get there. Show up, because there's a place for you along this parade route. And I gotta tell you, seeing this thing in person is amazing. So I encourage you to be there, cheer on your amazing band. It's going to be fantastic. We are thrilled beyond words. We're so proud of you and what you're going to accomplish. I would like to share a little more, but I think I'm going to give a little Q&A time to, oh, you want to do Q&A after? Okay, then I'm going to share a little more. What I'd like to talk about is the theme. Every year, the president of the Tournament of Roses, and we've been doing this for a while. This will be our 131st Rose Parade. I'm woman number 3. First one was in 2006, second one was in 2013, and now me. And we have another one coming in 2 years, and then number 8 will be a woman. I say number 8 because I found out in 2012 I would be president. It takes 8 years to do this, to plan. And I've been a volunteer for 26 years. We have 935 volunteers. They're called white suiters because they wear white suits. And every president gets to choose a theme. My husband Tomas and I chose a theme that meant a lot to us. The power of hope, el poder de la esperanza. And the reason we chose this theme, there's a story behind it. As you heard, I was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And I was born at a time in Argentina where things were not great. Thank you. You'll want to hear this. There was something called the Dirty War. It was pre-Dirty War time. And there were some things going on in the country that were not things that I even like to think about, let alone speak about. Serious human rights violations, a place where people didn't feel safe or comfortable, a place where you could not speak freely, you could not do things freely. And the students were the most vocal critics of the government at the time. My parents were 2 of those students. They were studying biochemistry to pursue their doctorates. And my dad tells a story where he showed up to his lab to do an experiment. And my mom was pregnant with me, and she didn't show up that day because she wasn't feeling well, but he didn't know that. He looked around, he didn't see her, and was concerned, but then his concern was heightened when a bunch of folks came in and decided to spray tear gas in that lab. And the reason they sprayed tear gas was to send a message to the students and to say, stop, be silent, don't complain, or else. And so that day, he said that as soon as they got their degrees, they were going to leave everything and everyone they knew to start a new life in the United States of America. And the reason was because this country represented a beacon of hope. Hope for freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of religion, freedom to pursue economic opportunities, freedom to pursue education. My husband has a similar story, different time frame. He was born in Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, at a time when Trujillo was the dictator there, doing similar atrocities. And so his family picked up and left and immigrated to New York. He grew up in Washington Heights and eventually Queens. So we're both proud immigrants. And the theme is about that, but it's about much more than that. The theme is about the hope that each of you carries, the hope that represents joy and happiness, dignity and respect, aspiration and achievement. With hope, we can aspire to do better, and we can inspire others to reach higher. Hope doesn't quit. Nobody can ever take hope away from you. And with hope, everything is possible. We hope that scientists will find cures for disease. We hope that the military in this country will keep our country safe and will ensure that we live in peace. We hope that our amazing band directors will continue to inspire our wonderful musicians so that they can continue to enjoy music, develop their characters, and have incredible success in life. Because in band, you learn discipline, you learn to work hard, you learn to work as a team. And there's so many folks that want to hire you as a result. You have success, and you will have success in life because of that. We hope for our Rose Bowl game, which will be the 106th Rose Bowl game, traditional Rose Bowl, Pac-12 versus Big Ten, that those football players hope to have a personal best. They hope to win, so do their coaches, and their parents hope they don't get hurt when they play that game. The hope of teachers and educators, that students will be touched by their message and what they're trying to instill in their students, and that is the passion that comes with learning and developing a future. The hope that we as parents have for all of you when you're kindergartners and we drop you off at school, that you're going to be okay, and then we take you to college, that we're going to be okay. Hope touches us in so many ways, and I want you to carry that with you because it means something. A couple of other things. 2020 will be the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment. Does everybody know what that is? I don't hear it. The right that was provided to women to vote in this country. And so that is also going to be celebrated. There will be a few floats that will celebrate that theme. There's a lot going on. The most exciting thing is that the Tournament of Roses Association, that is now going to engage in its 131st Rose Parade, for the first time in history over the last few years, is beginning to reflect its community, as its membership and its leadership. So we are proud of that. We're proud of the tradition, but most importantly, we're proud of you. You represent hope. We are so excited to welcome you to Pasadena at the end of December and for January 1, 2020. Congratulations.
I want to thank everyone for coming out to the rally. Have a great day, everybody. Set. What?
first question was, what does the word hope mean to you, both in your past and present life?
Well, the word, can you hear me? The word hope, in terms of before this year, it was, an optimism and an idea that you stay positive, you think about the things that you can do and try to accomplish them. After this year and going through this year and being with you and later hopefully getting a chance to get to know the band much better, which is very important to Tomas and I, hope has changed for me. Hope is now much broader. I see hope when I look at all of you because I know that I feel more comfortable in terms of my future because you are so amazing, all of you. You're so talented and so passionate and so ready to just do amazing things. And so that's the way I see hope now. It's an expanded version of what I thought about before. Do you want to answer that, Tomas?
I'm really touched and inspired by seeing so many talented musicians with curly hair, with brown skins, and I could see myself in you, and I'm so grateful to be able to be represented in this year's 2020 Rose Parade.
Our second question to you is, your position in success serves as a method of motivation and hope to many young women. What does it mean to you personally to have made history as the first Latina to serve as president for the Rose Parade?
I hope you don't mind, but I have to talk a little bit in Spanish, but I won't do it for long. And I promise I'll translate what I'm saying. Me da muchísimo orgullo estar en esta posición. It gives me great pride to be in this position. Porque la comunidad latina es una comunidad tan hermosa, tan diversa, y es una familia. The community, the Latin community is so lovely, it's so diverse, and it's one family. Y el sentido de familia que tiene la comunidad latina es algo muy especial. The sense of family that Latin families, the Latin community has, is so special and so unique. Pero la razón que me encanta es porque no tiene límites. The reason I love it is because it doesn't have limitations. And this month is Hispanic Heritage Month, by the way. We'll have a Latino Heritage Parade in Pasadena. If you all want to come out on October 19th, if you're free, you're probably not, but I'm just mentioning, I wanted to mention that. It gives me great joy and great pride, and I didn't seek this position. It just happened. And I couldn't be more excited, and this year's parade, it will have a little bit of Latin, I've said this before, Sabor Latino, a little bit of a Latin flavor, but it will be inclusive and welcoming all, because that's who we are and who we represent. And as I mentioned, it's really wonderful now to be able to say that we do reflect the community that we live in, and we're doing it organically with a pipeline of future members and leaders that will continue to do that. And I think that that's important in everything that you pursue and do. Another thing that I'll share is whatever your background, whatever your experience, my message to you is don't let anyone else tell you what you can accomplish. You define it, you seek it, you pursue it. Don't let anyone else put obstacles in your way. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to.
What is something or someone that has given you hope throughout your life?
Well, in the beginning, I would say it's my abuelita, my grandmother, and my mom. My abuelita was a biology teacher in Argentina, and she did it all. She taught, she cleaned the house, she took care of the family, including my grandfather, in a culture that was a little machismo. You know, I mean, that's just what it is, call it what it is. She was superwoman, and so she cooked really well too. I'm not good at that, but I admired her so much. She represented something for me that was a role model and a symbol of hope, and my mother as well. My mother is a professor at UCLA, the greatest school on the planet, and she does research, having studied biochemistry, on a disease called retinitis pigmentosa, a disease where people lose their vision and peripheral, eventually they go blind, and she found the gene on the chromosome that causes it, which is a step towards curing it. I'm very proud of my mom. And she's one of the first women to have made full professor status in her department, and probably the first Latina as well. So they have inspired me and given me hope. Of course, Tomas inspires me all the time, and my family, and gives me hope as well. So those have been the major inspirations of hope for me in my life.
My dad was the eldest of six, and he left school in the sixth grade, and he went to cut sugarcane in the fields in Santo Domingo. And he did it because that's what he had to do, like many of your parents and grandparents. They came to a country without much education. They overcame the fear, not knowing the language. And whenever I confront a difficult situation, I say to myself, if they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, you can do it.
How has being part of the Rose Parade changed your life?
Well, especially this year is giving us a chance to meet students and communities, families, teachers from all over the world, and to realize the impact that the parade has on so many people. You know, you go to El Salvador, Costa Rica, Mexico, Puerto Rico. Those are going to have bands in the parade, as you know. And you meet people who have never left their towns, never left their cities or their countries, never gotten on an airplane. And they're going to do that the first time to come participate in the Rose Parade. And it really touches you how much they've made a ceremony out of watching the parade and the game year in and year out, whether it's on Univision in Spanish language broadcast or other broadcasts or on the internet. And you say, wow, I didn't know that so many people around the world love the Rose Parade and the Rose Bowl game, and that they're going to be watching all of you. It kind of blows you away. What I didn't understand and appreciate was the impact it has on the communities. In Costa Rica in particular, students come from a lot of different villages, and they practice every weekend. So the families come to Sarcero to do that. So the businesses there have been booming because the families are coming, and they're eating, and they're buying, and they're doing things, and they've said to us, what are we going to do when there's no more Rose Parade? And we said, find another band project for the band. And I said that, I'm going to say this watching and is going to watch you, and you are putting this community on the international map. That is impact I didn't appreciate until this year.
Was there a specific event or instance that led you to set your sights on being the Rose Parade president?
I actually never set my sights on being Rose Parade president. It just happened. And I would say that the people that we look at for future leadership in our organization and from my experiences in other organizations are the people that aren't seeking it. And the reason for that is because they put their head down, they work hard, they do what they have to do, and you can tell, you can see their leadership. You can watch how they interact with other people, how they get along with folks, and how passionate they may feel about what they're doing. Those are the people that we want to lead our organizations. A lot of times the people that are actively seeking it may or may not be doing it for the right reasons. And so, generally, that's been how it's worked, and for me, it certainly worked that way. It was more of a, gee, would you like to do this? And it was a, huh? What? Okay. Of course, I think, I won't speak for Tomas, but I'm sure that the family was a little surprised as well, because it does take quite a bit of effort, especially this year, and time to do this. But it's been very special and important, I think, to be able to have this experience and to share with all of you. And now, welcome to the Tournament of Roses family, because like Hotel California, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Okay, so to end our morning together, the band's going to play 3 numbers from our field show called Ragnarok. So sit back and enjoy the sounds of our Viking world. So, you guys ready? Here goes. You guys ready? All visions are in. Yep. Just start from standing. Do it all standing. Got it? It's gonna be loud. So. Can the parents come over here so that when we take videos and stuff, we can still see it? No, we're done. We'll have more time with you and the kids after lunch. So Kids, thank you guys for reporting. Make sure you guys put everything away, and then don't forget, 1 o'clock you're in the theater, right? And the gentlemen are in the band room. Yes? Okay, thank you so much. Stand by.